I am completely floored with the transformation we've made in the last 72 hours, no pun intended. Welcome to the middle of the woods, where we're building a home using shipping containers. By upcycling 4 of these 40-foot long shipping containers, we were able to create a spacious and modern floor plan. Project by project, things slowly started to come together until these shipping containers started to feel like a home. With it now finally time to finish the interior, we weren't willing to settle on a single detail. So while we waited for everything from the tile to the flooring to arrive, we set out on an entirely different adventure, which also gave Dumpy, our trusted friend and carpenter, time to build the dreamiest kitchen I've ever seen, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Today, with the products finally here, it's time to really transform these shipping containers into a home. We post a new video every Sunday, so if you end up enjoying today's, give it a thumbs up and come along.
I wanna run away with you. I don't really care where to. Just wanna be alone with
Have you ever used that underlay before, like a cork one?
I haven't laid flooring since, I don't know.
You're gonna remember how?
No.
This might be a task that we have more experience at.
That's right. I'm hoping you will by the time we're done.
I actually really enjoy flooring. So it goes like this, cork side up,
I would say, if it's got the vapor barrier.
and then this side peels off and sticks.
This just seems like a good job for Tyler.
I was thinking it's a good Dumpy job.
I was thinking, does it actually
I
need
thought
done?
you just said 5 minutes ago that you love laying flooring.
I like clicking them in together.
Oh, look, if we had a, it says this side up. So we spent the morning getting the floor ready to start putting down the finished floor. So we had to scrape up all the leftover drywall that was still, on the subfloor, and then we swept it really well. And then Tyler got to work on installing the underlay. The one we're going with is a cork one, and it also has a vapor barrier on it. So it's supposed to make it way more softer and cushiony on the floor.
Apparently it's a 10-in-1, whatever that means.
Yeah.
So.
And it should help with the dog's nails not having that hollow sound on the floor as well. That's what they say on the pamphlets, so we'll test that after.
Staple that down and then just cut the roll off. Then just cut some 3-foot strips. Then you can use your tape to tape them together. Flooring's coming right behind you.
Yeah, we gotta get going.
Keep going.
It's almost like you're the dentist, because it sounds like you got the drill and then I come in with the suction.
Josh, you're gonna have this done in 3 days.
That's easy.
Is it?
Oh yeah,
We'll see. Play any money on her?
sure.
I don't
How
gamble.
much?
Well, I'm not gonna bet because then you'll stand around and do nothing if the bet's too high.
Told you it was gonna take 6 weeks.
Yeah.
you. It's just a matter of time. We're making moves. No stress in my mind. I'm in the groove.
I would definitely buy this underlay again.
Oh, really?
I ever told you guys that I don't like laminate flooring?
Yeah.
Dumpy was just saying he's thinking of buying this for his house
Yeah.
because he likes working with it so much.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Take up my hardwood floor.
I'm kind of in shock of how fast this flooring is going down. It kind of does make sense. The planks are huge. So they're 80 inches long by 9 inches wide.
It all makes sense though when you think of the math of how much we're
Yeah.
covering every time we click a board in, but it's looking really good. And you can probably tell by now we went with a laminate. This was a really hard decision to
Very
make
hard.
because we wanted the warmth of hardwood, but we needed the waterproofing of vinyl because of the pool being right there and the boys.
We were gonna go with hardwood, to be honest, and just like run the risk, but it's too expensive to just end up getting beat up. And like Todd said, the pool, it's a saltwater pool, so we just have to keep all of the variables in mind. And this waterproof laminate, I think, is gonna be a really good decision. It gives us the look and the feel of hardwood, the durability of tile, and then the waterproofness of vinyl.
It's pretty cool. So the way that it works is when the boards click together properly, that's why we're paying really close attention to make sure they lock in. It creates a waterproof membrane so that you don't run the risk of typical laminate where water can get in the grooves and then it causes the laminate to bubble and get ruined. So this product is not supposed to do that. So it's perfect for the pool.
Yeah, we're not affiliated with them in any way. It's just we've done a lot of research on this and we thought we'd share. Along with the cork underlay, that's been really easy to work with too. So
Yeah, things are looking good, but we should probably get back to work if we're gonna have it done in 3 days.
yeah, Dumpy's skeptical, so let's do it.
We've got to lower down a part of the floor. There's a hump in it,
Sensitive though, that's good.
and they're working.
Yeah.
Is that doing anything?
Would you call that a minor subfloor imperfection or a major?
It's just that if you're walking on the floor and if you step like right here, you know, you don't want to feel the floor move, sag underneath you, right?
So we can put planters on the sides and then create a walking path in between them.
Thinking. This says it takes out minor imperfections.
It would.
Yeah.
It would, yeah.
We'll keep going with the sander, I guess.
Side there too.
All right, so I think Tyler might have jinxed us by pointing out that things were going
Trying to be positive.
That's what you get for being positive, I guess. But we hit a bit of a snag. So you might remember when the containers were lifted into place, the center one actually bent when they were trying to move it from the truck. Well, that bend never totally went away. And so a couple weeks ago, we cut out the floor, put some self-leveling concrete in to try and deal with the hump, but it actually extends further into the open span than we thought. So rather than, you know, cutting out the floor and having to wait for concrete to dry, we're just gonna try and use some belt sanders and palm sanders and grind the hump down so that it's less of an imperfection, and then hopefully the underlay of the floor will take out a bit of that bump.
That's the plan.
Yeah, I've been dreaming. I can't shake the feeling I was meant to be a certain version of me.
This line here is where the box is gonna be, or the countertop.
It's 3 feet. The countertop would be back here.
I feel like I'm in the middle of something bigger. Yeah.
It's not a competition, Todd.
It's not, but if it was, I will win.
No matter of time, we're making moves. No stress in my mind.
Looks good.
Definitely goes down quick once you get going. Such a productive day, you guys. Like, so much more done than I thought.
Oh yeah, it was really good.
Yeah.
Don't be still a little bit skeptical, true to character.
It's not like him.
Yeah, but I think the boards are making a big difference.
Oh, yeah.
So we finished up with the underlay, so that's all done. Tomorrow should just be smooth sailing when we get here.
Yeah, all right, let's go get the boys from the parents.
Yeah. So as you can tell, not much has changed with Squirrel and Earl while we were away. He still likes to play with the boys, but it's really noticeable that the bond between him and Squirrel is getting deeper. I'm not really sure if she thinks she's a dog or he thinks he's a cat, or maybe it's just somewhere in the middle, but every time I see them playing, it just really melts my heart. Who wants supper?
Favorite meal of the day.
Works every single time. It's actually really cute. If we're a little bit late on supper, Eddie and Earl come over and start to get kind of, you know, in our space, letting us know that, hey, we're hungry, which is really cute. The question, though, we got asked a lot while we were traveling was who was looking after all of the babies.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they went to my parents, which works out really well. My parents are home all day because they're both retired.
Kind of like our routine. Like, we drop
Yeah.
them off on the way over to the land every morning, and
It's like dropping our kids off at daycare, and then we pick them up on the way home.
it's great, though. Like, if we want to go away on a trip somewhere, we can, because, like, if you have animals, you know, leaving them at, like, a kennel or somewhere you don't trust, it just makes me so nervous. So-
Yeah, it weighs heavy on your heart when you're traveling, I find. But
Yeah.
one thing we've been doing to make it easier with them going back and forth between my parents is simplifying their meals, and that's thanks to the sponsor of today's video, Sundays for Dogs. We've had Charlie and Eddie on a raw diet for years, and we love it because we've noticed a huge difference in their health and mobility. But it can be time consuming, especially for other people, because you need to make sure that it's a balanced diet and they're getting all the minerals and nutrients and
Yeah.
good stuff that they need.
You just have to keep a lot in the fridge, like blueberries and kale and spinach. It's just, it can be overwhelming, but that's where Sundays for Dogs has come in. Some people feed their dogs just this, but what we use it for is to add all of the nutrients and benefits. Yes, I know, you're gonna get it in a second, on top of their food. So this has everything from pumpkin to quinoa, fish oil, kale. It has so many great healthy nutrients in it, and it's 100% human grade.
Rather than some of the other ways of preserving food. Okay. Air drying leaves all the flavor, minerals, and good stuff inside of the food. So
It's basically like beef jerky. That's why the dogs are so obsessed with it. Like, they cannot get enough. I really, really recommend you checking out Sunday for Dogs. If you scan the QR code or you click the link in the description box down below and go to sundayfordogs.com/Tyler and Todd, you'll get 50% off your first order. So definitely check that out.
but we're gonna get to work on feeding these kitchen sharks because their patience is wearing thin.
You boys have been so good. Yeah, okay.
Wow.
Looks pretty good.
You know what? And seeing the floor, like the width between the island and the kitchen, it's plenty spacious.
Yeah.
Like we can both gain like 300 pounds and still cook in the kitchen. We're future-proofing.
We were just two souls running so free. Never a problem.
I saw a thing on Instagram last night. What do you think the number one tip if you're building your own home or renovating that you should do?
Like, don't build your own home. That's my guess.
Hire somebody to do it, to think it's doing.
No, to ensure all of your, like around all your windows and stuff are clean and you don't have any construction dust. Because when you said this, but when you put your trim on, the dust will always find a way to get out, she said.
If I had somebody hired to build a house, I'd be there every night cleaning.
I guess.
And I mean, what a difference it makes to work, you know, when everything's nice and clean.
Yeah.
And it speeds things up. It just helps in a lot of ways. A lot of people don't do that. They just don't give up. They leave stuff. And it's,
Welcome.
Welcome.
well, no, you guys are pretty good. Make it as small as you can.
Oh, I didn't know it did that.
Yeah, now you can go through the doorway.
Nice. We never did that before, Todd.
No, we just always fight our way through.
Smash through the doorway.
Then wonder why we need new doors.
Wow, it looks so different.
Yeah. She's coming.
You were right about a clean job site.
I know we probably could have finished. Hi, Earl. Oh my God, you're so wet. Look at him.
He's loving it.
Yeah, we definitely could have finished the floor today, but I think we made the right decision by taking a beat and just kind of cleaning up. It's looking so good in there.
Dumpy is right. Like a fresh, clean slate, it does wonders. So
Yeah.
good decision.
I know it doesn't look like the nicest day out, but it's probably the warmest we've had this like winter, spring, in between season that we're in now.
Yeah,
so
it's probably like 3 or 4 degrees right now, which obviously is not summer weather, but
it's beach weather.
It's beach weather, so we decided to take the boys down to the beach and they're just playing and having fun.
I really think, like, just watching Earl, he's so fascinated with the water.
Oh, yeah.
I think he's going to be a little swimmer. Like,
Well, he's learned everything that he knows from Charlie and Eddie, and they're like the biggest water dogs I've ever
Yeah.
seen. They just love it.
but it's getting me excited, though, talking about, like, swimming and being at the beach for summer, because
Oh, I can't wait for the summer.
this summer is going to be so good. We've spent so many years cultivating the gardens over there and putting a lot of work into them.
Yeah.
But I feel like the last 2 years we haven't really had a lot of time with all the construction
Yeah,
too.
we've just been so busy building and gardening and also the preserving of it. I think that's my favorite part about living on the land. The food that we've grown ourselves, I don't know if this is just in my head, but it tastes better than even what you'd find at a market. I'm
Yeah.
curious, like any of you that have grown your own food, do you feel that? Like the taste is better, it's juicier?
I even found the pumpkins I grew last year were more enjoyable to carve. And actually, we've got friends that are excited. They're going to come over. We're going to have a pickling party at the end of the summer and just everyone help with the harvest and the preserving, and then people get to go away with pickles. I think it's going to be really great.
You okay, love?
Yeah, it's
Crying?
just the wind makes my eyes water. I don't know
Yeah.
if anyone else gets that, but it looks like I'm crying. I'm actually quite happy.
That's just like veg out and relax. My body's like feeling pretty sore for the last couple days.
Yeah. All right. Do you want to just sit here for a little bit more? Do you want to go play on the beach? Oh, you're coming up, are you?
Coming right up in between us, eh?
All right. We're just gonna hang out with the boys, and we'll catch up with you in a little bit.
He's always confused of like,
Why? Why did you leave?
she plays different than you do, buddy.
It's interesting though, if she goes into her cardboard house, he doesn't bother her. It's home base.
She takes her catnip toys in there too. It's quickly turned into a drug house.
I'm in $1 million mood.
All right, so we are working on the flooring upstairs, which you would have known if I had have checked the microphone earlier and realized that it wasn't recording, because I explained all of that already. But now you know. So we're just gonna keep moving on as if it didn't happen and put some nice music over it.
Don't matter, you're in trouble.
I'm gonna blame you. Dang it, clicked out again.
Where at?
Like, see the gap? There we go.
Now you get this in, dude.
I just broke this anyway.
Now for sake.
Of course, the first thing the audio is gonna catch is me breaking a board. It didn't see all the great work I did earlier.
Yeah, there's something else that needs done too. All these doorways. See that chip rock sticking out there?
Is this because I've been messing up cuts? You're just giving me make work projects?
Yeah.
Like next I'm gonna
trying to keep you busy.
Yeah. Go count the snowflakes on the roof. Y'all need to move a little bit because I got to get to cleaning. There we go.
What are you doing?
Couldn't figure out how to do the piece around, so I just cut it, and now I'm gonna put one there and then the other half of it on that side.
You wouldn't lay cushion floor like that, would you?
I would never like cushion floor. Luckily this you don't see, so it can be in as many pieces as it needs to be. So now we just line this back up. We'll have to be out of that corner. See? There was a method to my madness. Look at how great this looks. Is this big enough? Oh, yeah.
Oh, you forgot to peel the paper off to make that stick. These you have to peel these off?
Yeah.
I don't know if Tyler showed you that or not, but apparently not.
Don't know where I'd be without your mansplaining. I'll peel the tape back. I mean, one time I didn't peel the tape, you notice. You didn't notice all the other times I did peel the tape. In case you're wondering why the drywall is cut open, we had screws go through a wire line and a water line, so a little bit of repair work needed there.
Here, shove this part down first.
It's nice having an expert here.
Yeah, well,
Someone's got to be.
somebody's gonna be.
Looks really good.
It's like a duck's foot and shit.
Never heard that one before.
You haven't?
No, that's a new one for me. That's way quicker.
It's way noisier.
I can get you some earplugs if you want.
Yeah, I'm starting to get used to those annoying sounds.
That's crazy, because Tyler's not even here today. Did you measure both or just the one?
I got them both.
Okay. God, there's not going to be anything for me to do. Which I'm okay with.
Here, you can cut that one. You're doing good.
God, 2 compliments in one day.
Yep.
I don't know what's going to happen to my ego.
It probably won't change.
It's pretty crazy how good it looks.
Yeah.
Is it better than you thought?
Yeah. And it's nice, like, the cabinets in, like, you can really,
You can see it.
yeah.
Just taking in the view from the bedroom.
Yeah, just like, I don't know, I'm getting excited. We're so close to this being the view we wake up to every morning.
I can't wait.
Yeah, it just looks so good in here. It's wild. It blew my expectations, this floor, because I think it's also gonna go really nicely with the cabinetry, because we're doing white oak in the kitchen and vanities, and this is just gonna...
Yeah, the really light colors and how easy it was to work with. I know we said this already, but it was so easy. We're seriously on the home stretch, you guys. Like there's barely anything left and we'll be able to move in here. It's pretty cool. I just want to step back here so you can appreciate, like, look at the light.
It's so good. So then this is just cabinets for like board games and just different things up here, blankets. And then because we have a hatch in the floor for the blower on the wood stove, there's gonna be a little mini fridge here for wine and some pop and water and stuff with a countertop.
And then we'll have like the couch set up there.
So that you can take in the view out that way.
Gosh. It's pretty exciting. So, but we have to go get some materials and supplies because we have another really big project that we're about to tackle. So until Sunday, have a great week.
Bye.